History Talk premieres live every Thursday at 10 a.m. on KFYR+. Visit kfyrplus.com for streaming information. In this segment, we're going to feature 5 of Bismarck's most iconic buildings. I plan to do future segments covering other buildings, so if I missed one that you want to learn the history on, email historytalk@kfyrtv.com. Some buildings have or will receive their own dedicated segment, including the Patterson Hotel and State Capitol. The Webb block on the 300 block of Main Avenue gets its name from Webb Brothers, a local department store that operated from 1884 until 1945. The building was one of the many built in the immediate aftermath of the 1898 fire, and originally known as the Mackenzie Block. Webb Brothers were the original tenant, originally leasing 75 feet of the eastern side. It expanded with a 2-story brick storehouse addition in 1906 to house its furniture and funeral undertaking operations. In addition to the namesake store and funeral parlor, the Webb Brothers block housed the post office and federal district courtrooms until the completion of the first federal building in 1913. The building also temporarily housed state government offices when the original Capitol was destroyed by fire in 1930. Webb Brothers closed in December 1945. Following Webb Brothers, the building underwent renovation to house Sears, who remained there until relocating to Gateway Mall in 1979. Conlon's Furniture occupied the building until 2004, when it too relocated to Gateway Mall. During Conlon's occupancy, the white facade added by Sears was removed, restoring the building's original appearance. Today, the building is home to Zimmerman's Furniture. We will feature Webb Brothers in a future History Talk segment. The Gothic Revival-style Dakota block, located on the northeast corner of Main Avenue and 2nd Street, is Bismarck's third oldest surviving building, having been one of the few to escape the 1898 fire, although part of the building was demolished sometime after the 1950s. Originally known as the Flannery Block, the building was first announced in November 1882 and completed the following year, 1883, for about $34,000. It was a joint venture by Dr. Porter and Messrs. Goff and Thompson. It represented the most modern building techniques of the era. It was also the city's second largest private building, after First National Bank, also completed that same year. The 3-story structure originally comprised of 3 25-foot frontage bays, but the easternmost section has since been demolished and a new building, formerly housing Jacobson Music and Wiley Music, was erected in its place. It represented the most modern building techniques of the era. Original tenants on the main floor were Whitley and Bushman, a wholesale grocer, H.R. Mead & Company, a dry goods merchant, and Vider, a drugstore. On the second floor was H.H. Day, a jeweler, and various offices occupied the upper floors. In 1999, the City Commission authorized $46,000 in tax increment financing for the building's renovation. Concluded in 2002, the $500,000 project included new windows, a new HVAC system, a modern elevator, and other major improvements. The Civic Square building is located at 521 East Main Avenue. It was originally built in 1910 as a warehouse for Bismarck Grocery Company, which was then the region's primary grocery distributor. The company's original location was on the 200 block of Main Avenue. Many longtime locals probably remember it housing GP Warehouse Emporium and later Front Page Tavern during the 1970s and 1980s. It also housed a short-lived mini mall developed there in 1976, which was dissolved within 18 months. The building was eventually purchased alongside the adjacent site by Mort Bank to construct the McDonald's Rock and Roll Cafe next door in 1992. Bank's original intent was to demolish the historic warehouse. After years of sitting abandoned, the building completed a major renovation in 2007, estimated cost of $600,000. It was then that it was converted into an office complex called Civic Square. The The City County Office Building, which, as the name implies, houses offices for the City of Bismarck and Burleigh County, was originally built for Q&R Clinic in 1927. The building was expanded several times. In 1953, 1966, and a major expansion, adding a fourth floor, completed in 1973 for $600,000. The clinic joined with longtime partner Bismarck Hospital, today Sanford Health, in 1983 to build a 6-story clinic to the hospital's south. The former Q&R clinic was given to the city in an interesting property exchange. Bismarck agreed to swap a city-owned parking lot, the former City Fire Hall building, and the former Carnegie Library building. The Wards building was completed in 1923 according to city records, originally for Lahr mortar sales. Montgomery Wards occupied all 3 floors and the basement of the eastern portion of the building in 1928, but Lahr remained occupying the remainder of the building for some time. Montgomery Wards departed the building when it occupied Kirkwood Mall at the end of 1970. The building was remodeled in 1973. That same year, Finney Drug relocated from the Grand Pacific Hotel, where it remained until 1989. Today, the Wards building houses mostly professional office space. I invite you to check out my 2 Bismarck history books. They are available to purchase on Amazon and select local bookstores. Copies are also available at the Bismarck Public Library. Visit bismarckbook.com for more information. That was a look at 5 iconic buildings. Next, we're going to look at some former restaurants. Is there a local history topic you'd like to be featured? Email historytalk@kfyrtv.com.